You have to be sick, and no other reason for it. You just got to be sick to do something like that.
Jimmy Graham could see it all Monday morning, right next door on Waldway Lane.
I was just watching to see what was going on, and they was all over there with crime tape around the thing, so I knew it was something serious.
What he didn't know was that a 3-month-old had been brutally killed, her mother taken into custody. Sources confirm Deasia Watkins is suspected of decapitating her little girl. Family at the home told us they didn't want to talk. They just didn't understand how it happened.
Really, we're trying to do right by this child. We need to bring some justice for this baby.
The Hamilton County coroner won't confirm the cause of death yet. A massive investigation's underway. But Dr. Samarco says the little girl had multiple injuries when she was found early Monday morning.
And it's days like this when you really wonder, how much evil there is in the world and how we're fighting it.
Dr. Samarco is a mom, too, and Jimmy Graham is a dad.
Can you imagine cutting the head off of a young baby? It's terrible.
On a quiet street where neighbors have each other's backs, there's nothing left but heartache.
Too much of that's going on. There's got to be something they can do about people like that.
Again, new at 6 tonight, a family struggle coming into focus. For a week now, we've been tracking developments in the case of a tri-state mother accused of beheading her baby.
And now brand new information on Deasia Watkins' troubling past is revealed. The I-Team's Jason Law is here with the new information uncovered today.
Julie and Carol, this is the stack of court documents we received today. Deasia Watkins' childhood is spelled out in hundreds of pages from juvenile court going all the way back to 1998. These pages together paint a sad and troubled upbringing.
Deasia Watkins appeared in court last week, hours after being released from a hospital following a psychiatric evaluation, and 4 days after police say she stabbed her infant daughter in the head at least 17 times. The accusations are devastating and hard to believe. The I-Team looked into this 20-year-old mother's background and found she's been involved in the court system since before grade school.
These juvenile court documents obtained by the I-Team Tuesday show Deasia Watkins was taken from the care of her mother in 1998 when she was only 3 years old. At the time, a social worker warned that Deasia was in danger of being neglected and abused by her parents.
The documents show Deasia's father wasn't involved in her life, and her mother had a history of depression and mental illness. According to records, Deasia's mother declined psychiatric evaluations and counseling. From the age of 3 to 15, Deasia bounced around between legal guardians, living with at least 4 different families for only a few years at a time. A therapist noted by the age of 11, she was showing signs of grief and abandonment issues.
Now, Watkins is held in isolation at the Hamilton County Detention Center, charged with aggravated murder. A spokesperson for the jail said she is receiving treatment there. Carol?
All right, thank you.
Her 3-month-old baby, 20-year-old Deasia Watkins, is now in custody inside the Hamilton County Justice Center, transferred from Deaconess Hospital this afternoon. Fox 19 Now's Brett Hoffland joins us live from the jail with new developments. Brett?
Yeah, Tricia, authorities say Watkins suffers from mental illnesses, and for the last 3 days, doctors have been trying to communicate with her to try and figure out exactly what's going on. For the meantime, she's going to be behind me at the Hamilton County Justice Center as this investigation moves forward.
There's quite a contrast between these two photos. One is Deasia Watkins' driver's license picture. Now, just a few years later, this mugshot. But what led this mother to decapitate her daughter Janiyah? In late January, law enforcement had their first encounter with Watkins. And tonight we've learned that Hamilton County Job and Family Services visited the baby 10 times in the 6.5 weeks since the baby was taken from her custody.
The mother was ordered not to be with this baby. And the aunt who had custody of the child permitted the mother to come and live with her for approximately 1 week.
Hamilton County Prosecutor Joe Dieter stresses this wasn't the fault of Job and Family Services.
No one has the resources to monitor a mother and a neglected child 24/7.
Dieter says it's early, but he doesn't expect the aunt to be charged.
Whether or not this aunt was the right choice, I think obviously it wasn't because she permitted the mother to come live with her.
Less than 2 months ago, court documents outlined Deasia Watkins was diagnosed with postpartum psychosis. Jania's father, James Brown, says during the last month, Watkins, quote, had been acting crazy lately, speaking of demons, end quote, but never anticipated this outcome.
Not to lead up to this, but I mean, I have been feeling like she was changing.
And now that Watkins is behind bars, Brown is leaning on the support of relatives as he mourns the loss of his firstborn child.
Mister, wish she was here.
Now again, Watkins has arrived at the Hamilton County Justice Center. No word on her first court date. Of course, when we know that, we'll keep you posted. Reporting live downtown, Brett Hoffland, Fox 9.